Hello and welcome to another Rivals of Aether character rundown. Today I'm going to be doing Sylvanos, Heart of the Forest. Now, as with every Rivals character, Sylvanos has a gimmick. You may have noticed it already. It's the grass below his feet that spreads everywhere he walks. If you stay off a platform for too long, about a second, the grass will go away. What it does is reduce his landing lag and modify certain abilities. With that said, onto his abilities themselves. His jab is a 3-hit combo, leading into something you can hold indefinitely. It's got some nice range and can deal a bit of damage, but isn't that good for actually knocking an enemy away. Though it can make some distance if you need it. His side tilt throw is just this little swipe. However, if you're on grass, it will throw these razor-sharp leaf petals that do slight damage. Let's get Zetterburn onto the ground so that I can show this off. He's being uncooperative as usual, the poor victim of my abuse. But as you can see, razor-sharp petals. Not much knockback, but it can keep enemies off the ground. His down tilt is a long-range swipe. It's pretty good for keeping enemies at bay. You'll notice that most of Sylvanos' attacks have this high range. His up tilt also has a lot of range and reaches upwards. It's a spiral that combos into itself about thrice, it looks like. And that's it for his tilts. His dash attack is just this little headbutt. It's pretty good, knocks enemies a good distance away. For his aerials, there's his neutral air, which throws the enemy downwards and kind of propels him downwards, contrary to most propeller-like abilities. For his forward air, there's this really broad sweep with a lot of range. It'll hit a large area. For his down tilt, he dives to the ground. It's good for catching enemies off guard, especially if they don't have a very good ground-to-air game. His up tilt is an upward sweep. Not the most range, but it certainly covers quite an area. His back tilt is very interesting, though. You may have seen me use it trying to get Zetter off the platform. It's this long spike tendril. That's the best way I can describe it. It's okay on damage, insane on range. Not very good if you're just on the ground, it seems. However, it does have a noteworthy thing about it. You can cling to a wall for a while with it. This can change up your game a lot, as you can combo from this. For example, I just used my neutral air, though it was off-screen thanks to Zetterburn here. Anyways, onto his strongs. They're a bit weird. For starters, his down strong throws the enemy towards him, which is weird on its own. But then there's his forward strong, which hits twice and then lands a brutal blow. Though this is good for increasing damage before hitting the enemy, giving it more hit and range and knockback and all that. His up strong, fun fact, is the longest in the game, but it's really weird. It's good for hitting enemies off of platforms, but it's not very good when used on its own or on an enemy above you. Land it, though, and it is quite brutal. The tip has a slightly stronger hitbox, too, so make sure you know where you're aiming it. For his specials, there's his neutral, which throws a seed. This can either become a flower, which will maintain grass on a platform indefinitely, assuming it's not used up by some other means, but I'll get to that in a bit. It can be destroyed by other players and the side special, however, which will make you do a light charge. If you are on grass, you can hold that until you run out of grass to go on. Pretty good for charging down enemies fast. His up special is actually amazing for recovery, as you burrow into the ground and pop up again. Hold it, and if you're on grass, you can actually bite coming up from it. However, you can't do this if there is no grass on the terrain. What haven't I covered? Ah, the down special. It does a little howl. It puts the grass on cooldown so it can't be used. However, it will throw enemies towards Sylvanos. It can also be used to delay the disappearance of the grass, as I will now show. Never mind. A side note about the neutral special, you can actually use it out of jab, 2 jabs in neutral, and you will hit them with a seed, which will unleash its second ability, which I will show right here to prove that it's not just unique to the jab, since I forgot to mention that. And yeah, pretty good way to deal more damage with your jab, and give the enemy some time to think as you run away. Preparing for more attacks, of course. That's about it for Sylvanos. Make sure to keep the forest strong in Rivals of Aether, and have a good day.